Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 19th to the 25th. How'd you like the space? What do you feel about this space, guys? I would love to hear your opinion. Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, welcome in. I love you guys already. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you do enjoy the readings. And if you're already subscribed and already been a supporter, then just give me a little wave in the comments. Let me know that you guys are here. But anyway, let's dive into your reading, my angels, for my lovely Geminis. Oh, message in a bottle. So you guys could be receiving some important communication this week, so pay attention to it. I'm also feeling this card can also represent seeing signs and synchronicities. It's messages from the universe. So it does feel like you're being guided somewhere, and maybe you're seeing a little bit of like 111 coming on here, or 333. I don't know. You could just be seeing things or hearing things, or an advert comes on that you've never seen before that aligns with something that you were speaking about. Like, it just feels like there are some synchronicities going on around you. Pay attention to them. The universe is very much present in your world at the moment, and it's trying to guide you somewhere. It's trying to show you the way. All right, but let's see what else is going on for you guys. Oop, okay, I have two. Oof, interesting. You have the thinking man and a man holding a coin. This can, of course, be one person. It could be two people, or it could be you. Okay, so however it resonates in your life, there is definitely some clarity coming in. Some of you will be introduced or be speaking to somebody this week who has a very clear way of thinking, is a very good person when it comes down to the finances, maybe the career life, the way that they've carried their life through, the success that they've made out of it, the stability that they've made out of it. This could be somebody who you're collaborating with or wants to give you some advice and maybe some investment of some kind. All right, some business partner, whatever it is. This could be a really good friend or a love interest who could, again, be helping you out to invest in your dreams as well. But Gemini, this can also be you finding a way to make more money or to bring things into your life that bring value to you, to bring stability. That's what the coins really do represent. So this is saying that this week you will have some crystal clear vision, and if you don't, somebody else is coming in to help you out with that. All right, it's a really good time to connect with yourself, to really think about what it is that you want and how you're going to get there. It's a good time, like strategy, or I don't know. It's just, he's holding a clear quartz because he's seeing things clearly, super clear. So this is clearly important for you. Right. Let's carry on. Let's see what else is going on for you. Despondence. That's interesting. Who did this just come up with? Now, despondence comes through when we're feeling stuck and stagnant. We want change, but at the same time, we're not creating it. So we're just expecting the universe to come in and serve us without actually doing anything. The universe is around you this week. We've just been speaking about that, and it does feel like what they're trying to get you to do is just to get the ball rolling with something. It is about taking action on the things that we can control and no longer thinking about the things that we cannot. Despondence kind of is that, when we feel a bit like we're in a little bit of a negative spiral, or we just feel a little bit crappy in the moment, and because of that, it's then taking our energy and not giving us enough energy to actually make some sort of changes or to deal with some sort of things. Maybe it's financially, not feeling like you really want to, knowing that you need to make some changes there, or you want to grow in that area, and yet not actually dealing with a plan and taking action on the plan. It's kind of that I want, but not actually taking the first step. But that's just for some of you. Spirit's almost saying, get the ball rolling. Okay, start with a little bit of change, and eventually it's going to roll into more, and you're going to want to do more. Your energy at the moment might be feeling, again, a bit numb, like you can't be bothered, and that's fine. We all go through that. Maybe a little bit angry that things aren't changing, but again, it does feel like it's starting with you first, clearing out the clutter that needs to be cleared out. All right, finally getting rid of the backlog of things that you have to do, ticking off the things off your checklist. Eventually things will spiral. You'll get more energy. You'll feel more happy about it. It just feels like Spirit saying, hey, it's not all on me. you need to get the ball rolling. What's interesting is you have perception on the bottom of the deck as well. By the way, if you are making changes and still not seeing any results, you might need to do something a bit different, and that's all. Right, and we have perception on the bottom of the deck too. In this deck, she takes a step out of this place and comes back to it, and it just looks even more magical. So some of you might need a little bit of a break. Some of you might need to have a little bit of a change of your perception about where you are now. Instead of looking at it in despondence, look at it as an opportunity of some way to transform what it is that you're doing currently. It could help you. All right, let's carry on. My lovely Geminis. Ooh, you have death coming through. Change and transformation, endings and new beginnings. The affirmation for you guys this week is, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Let's get you an animal spirit card as well. Okay, you have 2. Bobcat spirit says, life is a mystery. And you have peacock spirit, which says, let it shine. All right, let's dive into your tarot. So you're being called to shine bright. For some of you, maybe it's about your own energy. Life is a mystery kind of is saying here, like, not everything needs to make sense. Let's see how this shows up in your reading. Right, I'm going to shuffle this, and then I'm going to split it. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Right, I'm ready. 2 of Wands. This has been coming up for everybody, I think, actually. So everyone is on this route of expansion, looking into the future, thinking about what it is, where it is that you want to go, what it is that you want to do. So the thinking man kind of makes sense in this situation for you guys, that you really are thinking about the next steps, which is cool. I like this. It's a good card. He's holding the world in his hand because it's saying here the world is your oyster, Gemini. All right. All right, let's see what else. 7 of Cups. Interesting, because that is a card of confusion and not being certain. It's about having a lot of options, which is good unless it becomes overwhelming for you. So again, I would really feel like the change of perception might be helpful. Instead of like, oh my God, like all of these options are overwhelming for me, I don't know what to do. Start to make some choices, seeing it in a good way of like, actually, I have all these choices. I can take one, and if I don't like it, there is something else out there that I can do. So, I feel like that's a message for somebody out there. The only way to really understand whether something is good for you is to try it out. Of course, trust your gut instinct when it comes down to making choices. What are you feeling called towards doing? And give it a go. All right. A 6 of Pentacles as well, which is nice. This can sometimes speak about getting some sort of pay rise or some sort of promotion or being given something. All right. Somebody could be giving you something. An opportunity or whatever. Again, man holding a coin and thinking man. This does feel like somebody who might be helping you out here, who has an abundance and might be helping you with your future or whatever. Another thing that I'm seeing here, 6 of Pentacles can sometimes be my card of making sure that you pay attention to what you're focusing on to bring a balance into your life. That's why there are scales there. Making sure that what you're giving to is balanced, okay? Not giving to people who just take from you or take your energy, energy vampires, that kind of stuff. Again, with your routines especially as well, what are you doing on a daily basis? Is this taking your energy? Is this, is this a bad habit that you picked up on that again is stopping you from doing the good habits? Pay attention to your daily routines and adjust them so that you can bring balance into them, okay? Because it does represent something might be taking from you. All right, anything else? Knight of Wands, a very ambitious energy is coming up your way. It looks good for your career life. All right, it does feel like that's taking off. It feels like that. I don't know why I did that with my body. That's what it feels like. Oh, it does feel like, just like that horse is kind of going up on its legs. It does feel like, I don't know why that means anything. Maybe because of the pace that you're going to be going at. It's almost like the floor underneath you is finally moving. That's why there's that jolt. Interesting. Finally movement coming up in your life, which is great. There could be some travel coming up for you guys. I think that could be very beneficial for you. This could be some studies coming up as well, because the Sagittarius energy, the Knight of Wands, is like adventure, it's new experiences, it's learning new things. So there could be some higher education, you know, so that could be coming up for you guys as well. Could be choosing to study something or to go into an industry where you need to learn new things. Very ambitious. It's very adventure seeking. It's a very good energy when it comes down to your career, or when it comes down to just having ambition and motivation. It's positive. It's optimism coming through for you as well, which is great. Then you have the Hermit. The Hermit is really about spending some time in isolation to kind of gain a new and fresh perspective, having some time to think for yourself. It is in the middle of your reading, and it's underneath the Seven of Cups. So for some of you, looking at things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, might help you to make some sort of decision this week. Maybe you need a little bit of time alone to think. All right, maybe you need to take a little bit of your own journey somewhere to figure out what it is that you really want, or to make sense of maybe some feelings and emotions, because it feels like your career life is moving forward. Your financial life is starting to balance itself out at this time, which is great. The only thing that seems a little bit of an issue so far is the Cups, which is your feelings and emotions. So that could be something that you're trying to figure out this week as well. So the Hermit, looking at things from a different perspective. He goes up he climbs a whole mountain to look at life differently. It's a pilgrimage almost. So maybe that's something for you guys. Spiritual retreat, that kind of thing. He's also got the star in his lantern, which kind of represents to me that even when things feel confusing and uncertain, always kind of following your hope or your North Star, your purpose, what you're feeling called towards doing, feels like it's going to take you somewhere important. Okay. Right. Let's see what else. The Sun. This is the best card in the deck, guys. So Gemini, there is some really, really bright future ahead for you. There's some happy times this week. All right, which I love. There is this freedom. There is this really good news, it feels like, especially because it's underneath the Six of Pentacles. It feels like you're focusing a lot more on what's going to bring you happiness, what's going to bring you freedom, what's going to bring you joy and success. And it feels like that balancing is really important. And again, if you're receiving something this week, whether it's an investment, whether it's just really solid advice, or if it's an opportunity, I feel like you're going to be really happy about it. It's going to take a big weight off your chest here. If you deal with anxiety, or you've just been anxious about something, it's like feeling a bit tight in my chest. It feels like that's going to be alleviated. It's going to be released. Right. Let's get you 3 more. You're the Queen of Swords, coming up underneath the Two of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So this is really about holding strong boundaries and being very clear about what it is that you want and where you want to move forward. She's an air sign. So of course, about clarity, having a lot of mental load going on at the moment. Could be where the message in the bottle is coming from, by the way. So you could receive a message from somebody here. But I feel like this is your card coming through, Gemini, speaking about making sure that you hold some clear boundaries. And again, focus on what it is that you want. And I say this because her head is clear, but the clouds really kind of start where her heart is, which makes sense. As we said, it's the cups that seem to be an issue this week, is your feelings seem to be a bit of an issue. You know, it's like, oh, I really don't want to do that. I don't know what the feelings are here. But the Queen of Swords is being a little bit disciplined with your feelings and emotions to set the boundaries for others, for yourself, so that you can think clearly and deal with your feelings separately. Because again, the Hermit is alone underneath the feelings. Let's see another card for this. The Nine of Pentacles, another card alone. I feel like it's about focusing on your independence. It's very Virgo energy coming up for you guys this week. So the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, there is something about building your own independence could actually help you with your own feelings and emotions. And also there could be some things that you're trying to work out to gain some financial freedom as well. It's a really good card. She has more than enough. She has things that she's saving. She has things that she spends. She is living in luxury. She's able to be at peace. This could be a goal for you guys, or just you're really feeling quite good in your own energy this week as well. And there is a messenger here. She has a bird on her shoulder, on her hand, and it does feel like for some of you that could represent a message coming in this week. Again, it does feel like maybe your finances though. Right. And lastly, justice, which is great. It's again coming up underneath the same line as the other scales here. So things are finally coming into balance in your life, which I think that's why the sun is here. There's a lot of happiness coming through with this. You've been through a lot lately. That Hermit, again, is kind of like the dark night of the soul. You've been through a very big challenge, had to climb a very big mountain to be able to see things in a different light. Now you're able to kind of enjoy the benefits of that, of where that enlightenment or where that wisdom is going to take you. Justice is about truth. It's about things, again, being brought into balance. Could be some legal situations coming through, signing a contract. Again, it does feel like a good one, to be honest. We have a lot of this coming through with you here. A lot of optimism on the same line as well. You guys can have a very heavy head, I'm hearing, but don't let that make you feel... You guys are very mature. You know, when you've been through a lot of things in life, you definitely can feel like you don't want to keep optimism for long. There could be a little bit of that, that voice on your shoulder. But I feel like I want you to be free this weekend. I want you to have fun. So that Hermit here that's on your shoulder, trying to ground you, is great. But with the sun and the Knight of Wands, I want you to also explore and have fun and be optimistic and be joyful and face the sun here. Okay, so again, could be a really good contract. That could be what the message in the bottle is, and it does feel like it's going to lead you towards some financial freedom here. Again, just your feelings and emotions that need a little bit of work. But I think you have to really, I'm seeing that you have to look at these cups. All right, if that feeling is not serving me, I need to get rid of it. Okay, and things around you. If it's making you feel a certain way, it's really good time to kind of assess things individually. But anyway, Gemini, I love you guys. Wish you guys all the best. Let me know how the reading was for you, how it resonated in your life. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right.